My bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here right outside your door. Bring it on home. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. You know, I always have it down. I'm always looking down at the thing. Today's show, we're going to look eye to eye. Let me get it up here where it belongs. Let me see how I do here. Oh, that's getting a little too high. All right. There. Now we see eye to eye. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I am your host, Bart Burt, and we are coming to you live from the beautiful West Hampton Beach, Long Island, New York. West Hampton, excuse me, not West Hampton Beach. Long Island, New York, the home of some of the best tasting oysters on the planet. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Hashtag Long Island, hashtag oysters, hashtag eat me, because it's all good, baby. Bring it on home. Today's show, update. Skipper T is on a marketing journey off to Martha's Vineyard. She's doing a little marketing research, and I'm going to go more about that in a little bit. The marketing machine is really starting to get geared up and going. Is it too fast? I don't know. Or is it time to step on the gas? I don't know. I got a couple of announcements today, but that's where Skipper T is today and for the next couple of days. She's off to Massachusetts as well. Martha's Vineyard is Massachusetts, but she's also going to check on her place in Massachusetts as well to make sure everything is cool. Update on Freddie. Captain Freddie, the Angry Bayman, is back in business, and he can see. Freddie got both of his eyes done. Everything's all good. He actually can see the buoys now. I don't have to be like over that way, over this way. I say, but Freddie, that one. He says, you got it. Boom. Up. Out of the water it comes. So that's really going good. The production aspect of the business is great. Now we have to turn on the marketing thing because we've got a product. Now we got to market it. And marketing right now, in these times, I am not going to kid you, is not an easy thing. So, that's that. Bada bing, bada boom. Where am I? HOC is moving along nicely. We are marketing machine going off. Oh, the big news. Hang on for a minute. Director Finesse. Would you rather be feared or would you rather be loved? Being direct is super, super, super easy. You just tell them what you think. You've met that guy. The guy that comes out there and says, that's just how I am. If you don't like it, well then you can just lump it. Like it or lump it. Get the heck out of here. You know what I mean? And that's a direct approach. That is not necessarily a good thing. Welcome, Vito. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've often said it a million times that my straight mouth gets me in trouble all the time. I have been working on it and all my life. And now that I got a little bit more experience and I'm moving on, and again, it's constant. You are constantly trying to improve, whether it's a business, whether it's this, whether it's life, right? Your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your kids, whatever it is, I always try to move forward and improve. That's just the way I'm wired. So the hard part in being straight is that you have to set the other person up by developing a relationship so that they are receptive to what you are saying. Some people call it manipulation. I hate that word because it has a negative connotation. I call it leadership. I call it getting it done. You both are trying for the same thing. You both are on the same page. But if you come in there and you start saying, this is how it's done, and if you don't do it this way, it works for about 30 seconds. And after that, it's done. I'm looking for the long haul. I'm looking for the evergreen. You know? I like much rather, like 1,000 times rather, would rather be loved than feared. All right. So that brings us to the next step. I'm not going to be long today, guys. Where am I at? I'm only at 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I guess we'll have time for a little story here. In the years of way back, I used to go over and see, actually it was my brother. He was teaching windsurfing over on Mecox Bay. Mecox Bay is in Southampton and it has actually wild set oysters on Mecox Bay, but that's irrelevant. That's not according to the story. This is more about fear and direct and finesse, okay? And when you learn how to windsurf, it's all about finesse. It's not about, I should say, sailboarding, because windsurfing is a trade name. Whatever, you get the idea. You're out there on a surfboard with a hole in the thing, right? Teaching windsurfing, sailboarding in the beginning is all about finesse. You cannot be a brute. You cannot be a muscle man. It's just, if you're a muscle man, it's just gonna flatten you. Every single time. Now, I'm going back many years ago in a past life in a long galaxy far, far away. Two people, I happen to be there at the time. I'm going to witness my brother in action teaching windsurfing. Of course, you know, hey, brotherly, whatever. I'm not going to get into my brother at all, but you get the idea. So, here comes a couple, a man and a woman, in a convertible Camaro IROC. And he is got muscles on top of muscles, and he is built like a brick shithouse, all right? And the woman is on the same curve, not muscles on top of muscles. I'm talking about curves, all right? I mean, just jaw-dropping beautiful, okay? So, and in terms of a guy, I guess he's jaw-dropping beautiful to people too. So I don't want to be sexist here in any way, shape, or form, all right? They were both beautiful people. Their attitudes were Again, if beauty is skin deep, ugly is to the bone. But whatever. Here they come, want to go windsurfing. Okay, so you set them up, you give them the land lesson, right? The land lesson is easy because you're not standing on a surfboard and you're wobbling and you're trying to pull up the sail and the thing is doing this, right? On the land, it's like, okay, here comes a sail. If a sail drops, oh, no big deal. have to jump in the water, have to climb back on the board, have to get back to that position, which can be a bitch if you are just brand new learning how to be a windsurfer, how to be a sailboarder, how to sail. So if you listen to the guy on land, you're not going to have too much of a problem out there. But of course, the big muscle upon muscle, he thinks he knows it all. Right? And of course, my brother knows this throughout because he's seen it happen 1 trillion times. So off they go. You set them off into the thing. And here comes Muscle Man trying to pull it up. Got no problem. Pulls it up. Boom. Lands on his ass. The girl, same thing, pulls it up, boom, 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 lands on her ass. Okay, so now we're on try 2. She climbs back up, he climbs back up. They're back to this position of pulling that sail up, right? They pull up the sail, and the girl was listening because she didn't want to fall in the drink again. She didn't like climbing back on. She was using her head. She was a critical thinker. She thought to herself, okay, I got to listen, go back. You could see it happening with the woman. She was finessing this. She was figuring it out. He was still, I'm strong. I can handle the sail. I can hold back the wind. Bullshit. Okay? He was getting launched over and over and over and blowing across the bay farther and farther and farther. Meanwhile, the girl, she was listening. She pulled up the sail. She held on with one hand. She tilted it. She held on to the mast, not to the boom and tried to really muscle it on. She held on to the mast like we taught her, and she's just using this as the sheet. And she's tilting it forward or tilting it back, and she's getting the hang of it relatively quickly. Meanwhile, the boyfriend is over there. So now it's time for my brother to take into action and give the girl a little bit of a private lesson because the boyfriend was way in the middle of the drink. And he's probably shitting a brick right now, or he's a little bit scared, or whatever it may be, or frustrated, or a combination of all 10. You sail out, he goes around, he talks to the girl, he gives her a couple of lessons, and then he comes back and he says, well, should I go out there and rescue this guy or what? I'm like, yeah, I think it would be a good idea. So he goes out there and he goes and he sails around. And you know what he does? I'll tell you what he does. He tells him exactly the same exact thing that he told him on land. Pull up the sail, hold on to the mast. Don't try to muscle it. It's gonna kick your ass every time. Use this and bup. At this moment, this guy is just dying to get back to his hot girlfriend because she's kicking ass and he's choking. And he's getting worried that somebody's gonna steal. And what a position that poor guy is in. Huh? Good morning from Finland. So that's, needless to say, the big muscle man comes back. A little dose of humble pie. He can't work out any harder to try to harness the wind because no matter how hard he works, there is no way that you are going to hold back the wind. Direct or finesse. Fear or love. Modulation. Oh, excuse me, my tongue is back in action, but not 100% yet, but it's pretty good. You know, it's been 6 months since I had my cancer surgery. 6 months. I consider myself I kicked cancer's ass again. What else? Receptive idea. Okay, now for the new big announcement. As you guys saw last week, we had the unveiling of our oysters, and every single one of them are looking like $1 million. And we kind of opened up the floodgate this past week, the marketing floodgate, and all hell broke loose. I'm getting calls from here and there and this and that, and it's like, oh shit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to meet the demand. Oh my. That is a good problem. Or am I going to be able to meet the demand at the price that these guys are? Am I going to have too much, or am I going to do this, or am I going to do that? And and then there's permitting, and I want to ship stuff, and I don't. I want to ship stuff out of state. Ooh. So the marketing machine is in gear. Is it time to kick back and slow down, or is it time to put the foot on the gas? As in floor it. I like that. So with that being said, we're going to go off the air for 5 weeks. Let me let that sit in for a half a second. The next time we're going on the air is October the 24th. We will be celebrating. And we'll be having fun. It's not a question that I got so much going on right now. And it kills me that I gotta cut something. And I gotta. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning thinking about this show and thinking about where I'm going, the game plan, all of those things. And I got so much fucking work ahead of me that I don't know what the hell to do. Not really. I know what I'm doing. I'm prioritizing. Pretty simple. Your ownership. The only person to blame is yourself. That's it. So it's game on. So I got to cut something, so it's going to be the show for a little bit. Just a little bit. 5 short little weeks, we are going to be gone. I've got some traveling to do. I got my bags are packed. They're over here. Let me get this going here. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go. I got my briefcase. I got my backpack. And I got my suitcase. Now, if you've been following in the past, it might be a little bit of a hint, but what's in the suitcase part? Who knows? If you've been paying attention, you know. All right, guys, I'm not going to belabor it. I've been on for 15 minutes. I wanted a half a show, and that's exactly what I got, half a show. Quickie, just a quickie. All right, I'll give you a little quickie. Let me go handheld for a second here, all right? I got a new piece in. This is a flash dryer for T-shirts. This is what is an oven. This is what I needed to make my, again, the marketing machine is going on. There's a Raynet, I don't know how to pronounce it. Whatever, it's a flash dryer. It costs a couple of bucks. It heats up. You put the item underneath here and it does its thing. Oh, another one. NETMINDER, our sponsor. They have supported us throughout. This is a bag that came out of the seed sanctuary, and as you can see, the barnacles that are on this side and how big they are. The rest of it has very minimal fouling on it, but there is a couple of barnacles. Where the hell is it? There it is, right here. But on the whole, there's no barnacles on the bag. The bag has been out there for about 5 months in heavy fouling conditions. Obviously, look at the size of these barnacles. That thing is the size of my finger, man. I'm not keen about the barnacles being on the float, but I'd much rather having them on the float than on the bag. Barnacles are competing for the same food that the oysters are. Not a good thing. So they're stealing the food. So let them over here and they can have their session, and over here we can have our session. And that's cool then, right? Everybody gets along that way. I like it like that. But you can see how the barnacles really collected. There was a float on this side that broke off in transport, meaning getting it out and putting it on the truck and whatnot. The bag was getting a little heavy, so we had to do what we had to do. This monofilament on the side, this testing is complete. It works, man. Even with this chafing along the side of the barnacles, it does not appear to have any damage, minimal damage, I should say. Not any, I should say minimal. Okay, so hats off to NETMINDER. If you're not using it, you sure should be, because it works, man. It works. No ifs, no ands, and no buts. So I'm not going to belabor it anymore. I got all my stuff. I'm ready to go. I want everybody for the next 5 weeks to be cool. Very important to be cool. To keep you cool. I want everybody to be kind. Kindship, just a smidgen, goes a long, long way. You had a frost last night, Calvin? Oof. We didn't, not yet. That's when we have a frost, that's the ceremonial of my father's passing, the first frost of the season. Thank you, Dropso. I'm going to be traveling a bunch of times. It's not just like once I'm going. It's like I'm going, I'm coming, I'm going, I'm coming, and then I'm going a little bit more, and then I'm coming back again. So there's a whole bunch of coming and goings. It's not just one trip. But yeah, I hear about the frost. And that's the other thing we're going to be celebrating when I come back on the 24th, is the 6th anniversary of my father's life. So, again, a little kindness goes a long way. Be cool. Be kind. I want everybody to be happy, man. There's no sense in being sad. Be positive. Keep a good attitude. Be cool. Be kind. Be happy. And, of course, what else? Eat me! We'll see you in 5 weeks. I love you all so much. I'll see you guys. Enjoy.